We got more news for AI industry stock investors as OpenAI and AMD look like they're signing a deal for tens of billions of dollars. I'm going to discuss the details of that deal between OpenAI and AMD, what it means for AMD stock investors, also what it could mean for NVIDIA and other participants in the AI industry. This is huge news. You're not going to want to miss these developments. Let's jump right into it. All right, shares of AMD soared as much as 30% on the day of the announcement after the company announced a multi-billion-dollar deal with OpenAI. The move will see AMD provide upwards of 6 gigawatts of GPUs to the AI juggernaut over several generations, starting with its MI450 chips in the second half of 2026, starting in the second half of next year. And just for a point of reference, each gigawatt of GPU is estimated to be worth $10 billion. So 6 gigawatts of GPUs could have this deal worth roughly $60 billion, even though the value of this deal weren't included in this announcement. These were the details that were provided, the number of gigawatts of GPUs and when the deal would start, and as well as OpenAI will take a stake in AMD worth as much as 160 million shares, or roughly 10% of the company. The shares will vest in tranches as AMD hits specific milestones. The tranche will vest when AMD deploys its initial 1 gigawatt of chips. So there's been several of these kinds of deals, including one a couple of weeks ago, or maybe just 1 week ago, between NVIDIA and OpenAI, where NVIDIA will be providing OpenAI with the technology, and then NVIDIA will gain an ownership stake in OpenAI. And this reminds me of back in our history before we had money, when we used to exchange services and things. If I had an apple tree, you had an orange tree, I wanted oranges, you wanted apples, we would just exchange apples and oranges rather than trading the apples for money and you trading the oranges for money, and then you coming to me and buying my apples and me coming to you and buying your oranges with money. In these kinds of deals, these massive companies are just ignoring that middle step where they exchange their services for money first and then purchase the goods of the other company. Instead, they're just saying, hey, you've got something I want and I've got something you want. Let's exchange. Click the link below to watch the full video.